Hey YouTube, what's going on? Right now you're probably being treated to a nice little white box in the corner. It might be black, I'm not 100% sure. This is gonna be a bit of a, I guess you could say an update video. It may have a little bit more than just updates. There's a few things I want to cover while I do this. That white box is actually because I have my webcam. My new webcam just came in about 20 minutes ago. I'm just gonna pause the game for a second and video settings. Let's see here. What's about this? Oh no, that's not what I wanted at all. There we go. That was not what I wanted at all. Video. I want to just update and try and improve the graphics a little bit, because I know I can. Render method. Oh, yeah, that's what I look like with my friggin' Alienware headphones. Actual Alienware headphones. It cost me a pretty penny. More than I usually like to pay for headphones, but you know, whatever. Can't complain, I guess. Yeah, there's a few things I want to cover in this, so whatever. The graphics can stay the way they are, I guess. Yeah, so I'm gonna be playing with the Xbox controller. About 4 or 5 months ago, I went and decided to just get a couple, well, 2 of these, because I was playing some Naruto, PC Naruto. The new one's coming out. Thinking about getting it? Probably not going to. Where's my mouse? There it is. But yeah. So just a little bit of Castlevania Aria of Sorrow in the background while I do this. Make a new save. There's a gear wire. Get in my way. But yeah, this is actually my room, which is also where I do all my recordings now, because I got my shit moved up here. So I keep wanting to use the joystick, but I have it set to the D-pad to feel more natural for the game. Sweet. Alright, so let me skip this because it's already gone over a couple times. A few things I want to discuss is the future of my channel. I have, as of right now, about 500 or 550, maybe even 600 gigs of recorded footage ready to be uploaded. Like right now, it's not processed. It's not converted to the YouTube format yet, but I have that much recorded in backup. Now, that may not sound a lot because some of you might be used to people using fraps and a 10-minute video being like almost 100 gigs, but with my recording program, 10 minutes is approximately 10 gigs. For a 1080 game, 1 minute is about a gig, maybe a little bit more, maybe a little less, depending on the actual graphics in the game. Like, this is in 1080 right now, 1920 by 1080. But obviously, since the amount of pixels are so much slower than, say, Mass Effect 3, the file size is going to be much less. I can probably do an hour of this and have it be about a gig. Well, maybe not, since my webcam over there should be like over there-ish on the screen. Don't know why I'm doing that, because for you I'm just like doing this in the air. I'm pointing at the edge of my screen, the left top. That's where the webcam should be right now. Yeah, so about an hour. I can probably do an hour of this and have it be about 2-3 gigs. Probably less than that. I'm not sure how much the webcam will affect the file size, but yeah. So that being said, I don't plan to do an hour of this. if people like this and want to see more of this game, I'm all for it. I like this game. I've probably clocked as many hours on this as I have on Mass Effect 3 plus multiplayer Mass Effect 3, which is sad, honestly. But yeah, this is just, I'm just playing this in the background while I was playing this in the background while I talk about what I needed to talk about. So yeah, I have a lot of footage. I've just been lazy and haven't converted it over to YouTube format. But I plan to make amends to that and just turn down the volume in my headphones. I plan to make amends for that and start converting and try to be more consistent. Now, that being said, I'm a little bit lazy and I've been very busy with work and working on getting a new job and stuff like that. So, I don't know how consistent I'll be when it comes to uploading, but I'll do my best. If you're kind of curious as to what I have in the back burners, I have some just goofing around in Borderlands being uploaded as this is recording, so it should be done long before this is uploaded, which will be uploaded probably later today. I got about an hour or so left of Mass Effect 3, about an hour of Nazi zombies, I have about an hour of TF2, but I don't know if I'm going to upload that because the audio capture was a bit off. Skype doesn't seem to like working with TF2 and Action, my video recording program, and it ended up being a little bit echoey. Part 1 is up. I don't know. I might upload it. We'll see. Okay, so we're in the game. Alright, cool. So, a few other things I wanted to talk about is the history of my channel, like why I decided to get into YouTube and all that. Where my name, that some people might think is very, very odd, came from. I'm sorry I'm not looking at the webcam because my webcam's up there and it's on top of my monitor, so it's obvious I'm not going to be really looking at it. Although a lot of people don't really look at their webcam when they're doing this. Yeah, my YouTube career started back about, I want to say about, well, my idea for my YouTube career started about 5 years ago, which is only a short time after, well, actually no, about 4 years ago, sorry, which is about a year after my username came to be. Now, I guess I should start with how my username came to be, because a couple of my friends really are like, what's up with your name? It's such a weird name. Well, for that, I guess I'm going to have to reveal my real name, which a lot of you know that I haven't actually said anything about it. And the reason behind that is I don't have one. Plain and simple, I don't have a reason. But, I was just being stupid, I guess. But yeah, my real name is Jonathan. Spelled with an O at the end, not an A. So, why I'm saying this is because, why am I, oh yeah, I don't want their souls, shit. But, the reason why that's relevant is because, back about 7 years ago, I was huge into playing RuneScape, a very popular at the time, MMO. And it's still fairly popular. In fact, I'm pretty sure it's still the #1 most popular game, MMO game. That being said, I don't really play it very much anymore, but back then I used to go by the character name Jonathan 817 or something like that. It was Jonathan like 3 digits after it. And the reason why that is, why that's actually relevant, is because I played that character for about a year or so, and well, like 3 or 4 months, let's say. And then I got sick of playing RuneScape, like I have every other time I started playing it, and I decided to quit again. My first account being stolen by a friend, which the character was like level 90 or whatever, with a shit ton of gold, and my friend like hacked my account and changed the passwords and all sorts of crap. So whatever. That was a friend way back then, like 8 or 9 years ago. But I don't honestly care because it's just it's a fictional character in a fictional world of crap. So whatever. But yeah. So my character that preceded the character that granted me my infamous name was like Jonathan 817. We'll say that. But then the next year, a little bit later, a bunch of big changes had apparently come. I had heard about a bunch of apparently really big changes coming out to the game, or that had come out to the game rather. So I went back and I went to like go play it again. And naturally, after that amount of time, couldn't remember my password. I could remember my username, couldn't remember the password. Then I was like, okay, whatever, well, since I'm probably not going to be playing too much, I'll just create a new character. And by that time I knew better than to just go about using my real name for my character name. So I decided, well, what do I like? I like the name Ace. That sounds like a cool name, so I'll make a name based around Ace. And lo and behold, there's like millions of people who have the name Ace. Of course, like, why not? But so I was like, okay, so I can't use Ace. Well, what would be a cool name? Demon, I guess, something with Demon. Or originally I was like, okay, so Ace is off the table. So how about Ace Death? That's taken. Now, how about something else around that lines? Ace Demon. That was still taken. However, in the options for like the randomly generated similar names was Acedemonlord, and I was like, huh. And at first I wasn't like too keen on it, but then I looked at it for a little bit longer. And I was like, you know, that's actually a kind of cool name. So how would I try it out as a username, like as a character name, right? So I go and I make the character. And I quickly like fall in love with the character name, basically, like as is probably evident by the fact that my username on ow, that hurts. My username on YouTube and even on friggin' Steam is Acedemonlord. So it shouldn't be hard to tell that I grew fairly fond of it. Dash. I don't want your super soul, I want this soul. But yeah, so because of me playing RuneScape, I ended up coming up with a name that would end up sticking with me for about almost 6 years now. And it's likely to stick with me for a while longer yet. I really want this Sky Soul. It's my favorite attack soul in the game. Anyway, so that's how my username came to be. Kind of stupid, not all that amazing, but yeah. Oh, that was Ninja. Alright. Ow. Yeah, save before I die. Now, how I came about to wanting to do YouTube. About a year after I took the name Acedemonlord, I started watching YouTube playthroughs, which at that point in time weren't a real big thing. Like YouTube playthroughs on YouTube were just starting to be a thing, so there weren't really any big names. And I ended up starting to follow a guy named X. His name's David, but he goes by X, which is short for I can't remember what it's short for, but it's short for what his name used to be in World of Warcraft. And I'm getting a shit ton of these tunics, but none of the daggers. Amazing. Yeah, so he was doing playthroughs like Minecraft and Half-Life, and at the time I was just starting playing Minecraft, which is also like only a few months. Like Minecraft wasn't really a big thing when he was starting to play it, but I started playing it around his time, which solidified me watching more of his content. But I liked some of the stuff that he was putting up, and so I got into watching it, and I was like, man, this guy's pretty cool. He doesn't have very many subscribers yet, but he's still trying so hard to put up such cool content. So, and I was like, you know, I could probably do that. Like with some practice, I could probably do that. So I was like, you know what? If I ever get the chance, like if I get the equipment and stuff like that, I will try to do YouTube. And it wasn't until a year or so ago that I had the chance to start doing YouTube, because like people know Nathan, my friend, Acedemonlord, whose name is even more lame how it came to be than mine, which I might touch on later. Yes, that's what I wanted. Okay, anyway, so Acedemonlord, he unlike me, I'm a perfectionist, and he's not so much so. But like he's been putting up video content for almost as long as I have now, and he started just because I basically started, and we thought, you know, this would be cool to do together. And he's been putting out content on like some of the worst equipment for doing YouTube that I can think of. Like he uses a lot of he's been using hand-me-downs for me, and he even used my old laptop that was like so close to dying it wasn't even funny for like months. It literally, like, it was so close to dying that when it finally did go, black smoke was coming out of it because it was so bad. Like, the guy's got heart, and he's trying really hard to make it out there too. Now, unlike Nathan, I honestly don't care if I make it real far as a YouTube personality. I'm just doing this because I enjoy it and I want to put content out for you guys. Like, I don't care if I make it big. I think Nathan's more doing it because he's hoping to get some fame. Don't know for sure. That's just my personal opinion of it. But you know, he's a good guy and I like him. And but yeah, so anyway, I was getting kind of sidetracked from watching David back when he was still fairly new, like about 100 or so subscribers. I was like, that's something that I want to do, and now with me getting a part-time job, I was able to afford getting a new computer, and I was in desperate need of a new computer. Like the computer I just talked about that Nathan was using, my old laptop, the one that like almost basically caught on fire, and I got that really easily compared to what I normally have to deal with. But yeah, so like that's the old computer I used to use, and I could not handle using it for trying to do video recording. It was like, it was so bad, and I'm a perfectionist, and I didn't want anything but the best for people who watch my content. And of course, looking to do that on a part-time budget, working at freaking Swiss Chalet like I do, it's not gonna happen, of course. Man, I'm getting souls left and right, what the hell? Oh, sack of shit. But yeah, so I always expect more than what I'm capable of outputting, but you know what can you do, right? So anyway, I digress. I've now that when I finally was able to afford it, I ended up getting a computer. Okay. really? Okay. A family member just walked in the door and is now writing on a notepad to tell me something. But anyway, when I finally was able to get the money I ended up getting a new computer, and even then, like I wanted to be able to do recordings like I'm doing now, obviously. But even then, I didn't have the money after that to be able to get the rest of the equipment I needed. So bit by bit, I ended up starting to get the equipment needed. Like I ended up getting a webcam. It was $20 webcam. It was a hunk of junk, honestly, but it was better than nothing. It had a built-in webcam, and it was a webcam, obviously, and it had a built-in microphone. I used that for Skype chatting with people for the most part, and in the end, I found it was just too poor quality to use for face cams like I hoped to be able to do with it, but I decided like I can still use it even though it wasn't that great of quality. But I wasn't going to do face cams with it like I was hoping to be able to do it at the beginning. Okay then. Yeah. Apparently there's spam messages going about Netflix with people trying to steal cat information. It's good to know. But so yeah, I ended up having to scrap the idea of ever doing face cams until I had the money to buy a new webcam, which, as you can see, I've finally been able to do, which is hard to save up money with the expenses I have, plus the shitty job I have. Like, I have a really crap job, and I make very, very little money, so being able to save up money, plus be able to buy games to be able to do videos for being able to buy video games to be able to do playthroughs on is expensive, obviously, and before I started recording, I saved up. I was saving up money to be able to buy games to be able to do that, so I'd have some stockpile to play. I ended up getting the microphone a few weeks before I ended up starting doing videos, in hopes that a day I'd be able to use it for face cams, but it turned out when I ended up trying to do a face cam with it as like a surprise video for you guys on back when I was back on the Spyro series that I was doing, and I plan to go back to it, so there's that. But yeah, so the footage ended up having to be scrapped because the video quality that the webcam produced was so bad that it was just blurry and like super laggy. Like I'd never ever seen a webcam produce such poor quality cam video, like ever. Like it was just that bad. So I ended up having to scrap that, and losing that much footage, like an hour's worth of footage on top of some of the footage that I'd already lost due to like lost footage from bad data management and stuff like that. I kind of got discouraged when it came to like recording that series, and like I tried going back in my freaking my emulator had stopped working, and then I had problems with my controller not working on it, and it kept getting worse and worse and worse. And so I ended up just getting so disconcerted to the point where I didn't want to record it anymore. But anyway, so that will be coming back. Just saying. Now, what the fuck? the recordings I do with Nathan now, Acedemonlord, have are probably like the biggest thing on my channel, because like I can record with him and it makes it so much easier to like speak freely and not sound like I've just got out of bed and sound like I am completely pissed off. But like I'm still fairly new to this, because I have been uploading for like a year and a half now. I don't record that much. I record in bulk and then I upload over time. So it's a little bit awkward for me still, but I'm working on it. Like, I'm thinking that this video probably sounds better than a lot of my other solo recorded videos. But I don't know that for sure. I guess I can cover how Acedemonlord got his name. He was even worse than me for coming up with names. His original Steam name was Bloody Dash Hound, or something like that, right? And then he's like, man, that's kind of stupid, and it doesn't make sense. So then he looked at my name and he's like, oh, you have kind of an interesting name. And then he went and said, you know what? I'm gonna do something. Ow, that really hurts. So, what ended up happening is, he went and he changed his Steam name to, he ended up changing it to Acedemonlord. Now, you guys all know that by now, and probably all know by now, that he is listed as Acedemonlord 2 now, and that's because of an unfortunate incident when he switched over to my laptop to use, that his password was lost for his account, and he had to create a new one, and he lost all the games he had on it. Luckily for him, but unfortunately for me, most of the games that he had on his account were purchased by me as gifts to him. Yeah. So, basically, well, he lost the games. I'm the one basically out the money for my kindness. But not a whole lot I can do with that, I suppose. That being said, most of his games that he has on it are all on his new account are also bought by me, but he has actually since paid me back for all of them, including Deponia, which he hasn't played at all. Well, no, that's a lie. He's played about the first half hour of the game. Again, I don't know how I get off topic so easily. What was I talking about now? I suppose I should say that, yeah. Wow, really, what am I must have super short-term memory loss right now. Sorry, we're just trying not to take too much damage here. These guys are annoying. Ow. No, I haven't saved in a little bit. Thank you. Okay, so in all the recordings that he's done and that I've done, my videos are always like the superior quality because I have a job and he doesn't. But he still gets a lot of views, and like it's because he puts a lot of effort into his videos, like, and he really tries, and it shows in his videos. Even though they're not like the best quality ever, you can still tell. Oh, I think the sequence broke. Anyway, yeah, I'm pretty sure you can tell, and it's like, and he gets the recognition for how much he tries. Ow, sack of shit. Thank you. But I think I need more life. Just in case I die. it's obvious that he puts a lot of effort in his videos, because like you can tell that like he really wants his videos to do better, to do well, regardless of like the quality. Regardless of like the video quality, he wants to prove that he can still output meaningful content that is obvious that he's been trying hard to produce. And I gotta admit, like, I'm impressed. Like, his video quality might be not the best. I don't want to say garbage, but it might not be the best, which is going to improve now with his new laptop and the fact that he's finally got action working again. You can tell that he really wants to improve and get more content out there. Just like I do. I want to improve, and I thought the next best way for me to improve, since I already had freaking a computer worth over $3,000 that is really high end and a decent sounding microphone, to the next best improvement would be to be able to do face cams with a decent quality. Now, see, Nathan has an advantage over me on that because of the fact that he uses his laptop, which has a built-in webcam, and that built-in webcam is much better than my old webcam. So I was kind of jealous about that. Like, he could output such better content with his crap computer just because he has a better webcam. Or I can't really say that he could output better content, but he had a bit of an advantage over me in some regards with the way he was set up. In fact, he's probably gonna get a new hand-me-down with getting caught in my words. He's gonna probably be getting this from me. I haven't told him for sure, but here's video evidence. He's probably gonna be getting this from me. Which is my old webcam, but he doesn't need the webcam, he needs the built-in mic. So right now he's using my jury-rigged karaoke mic, which is why there is a slight howl. Oh god, I'm gonna. Why there's a slight howl in the background of his video. That's better. This won't die right away. But it gained a howl to the background of his audio, but it cut out all the problem with his static. So it's fine for if he's recording by himself, but not so much if he's recording in a group, because then the howl is super loud in our Skype. I really need to find a safe spot. What else did I want to say for this update video? I guess I pretty much said everything I want to say, but at this point I think I should carry on. I'll just carry on to the next save point, and if I can think of anything in that time, I really want your soul. If I can think of anything in that time to be said, I will. But yeah, oh sweet, I have the skeleton soul. If people want to see more of this, more of this game, I suppose, feel free to mention it, and I'll be more than happy to play more. I love this game. Like, I've played the shit out of this game. Like, I'm not even joking. I have played the shit out of this game. Like, I've got like an unhealthy amount of time spent into this GBA game. Let's see here. Yeah, so I'm really not sure what else to say, because this was meant to be an update video and it kind of got turned into a bit of a rant on like many topics. If you like my content and you want to see the guy who originally inspired me, I'll put a link to his channel in the description. I'm gonna upload this off one. It's just gonna be a super small file. I might not even need to process it to make it a smaller file to upload. Because the file I'm uploading right now is 6.5 gigabytes, and I'm not really having a problem uploading that. Give me a fucking save point, please. Don't do this to me. Are you kidding me? Ow. I think it's just souls. I'm kind of surprised. Ow. Dude. Dogs barking in the background. Again. Nothing new there. Save point? Yeah, save point. So yeah, if you want to see more of this, I'll be happy to upload more. I love this game. If you want to check out X's channel, he doesn't upload that much anymore because, like him, like me, he's a fairly busy guy. And he's also kind of lazy. It took him 2 years to finish Half-Life 2. I might eat now, as like some final notes. I might, nothing against Nathan. I know I rag on him a lot in my videos, along with Connor. Me and him rag on Nathan a lot. Nothing against him, he's a good friend. No, I'm not gonna rag on his equipment. A lot of it's my old equipment, so I can't rag on that. And even though his video quality isn't that, his videos aren't the best quality. Like, compared to mine, his videos aren't, like, are barely comparable to mine in quality. But he still puts his heart into all of his videos, and I have to commend that. And like, I'm not subscribed to him because I'm his friend. I'm subscribed to him because I actually do like his content, even though it's not the best video quality. I'm subscribed to him because I like the content. That being said, I think he's only subscribed to me because he's my friend, because apparently he has trouble watching my content. Yeah, he's a good friend. Yeah, so more Spyro in the future, more zombies, more Mass Effect 1 to come. I plan on seeing them for some of that. It's more Fallout. I don't know if I'll be returning to Legend of Zelda. As much as I want to beat that game, I've hit such a freaking impasse on my personal playthrough that I've gotten super discouraged towards continue playing it. That being said, I could always consult a walkthrough, and I might have to. You can probably expect a playthrough 3 of Borderlands 2, because of the fact that I have gotten Nathan and Connor fairly close to we're getting to the point where within the next couple of days I'll have them level 61, so it shouldn't be like super difficult to get them the rest of the way, because we're halfway through in my game we're halfway through the third playthrough copy of Tiny Assault on Dragon Keep, and well, they are dying like constantly. I've been able to tank a lot of it, and so I'll be able to speed level them using the playthrough 3 raid boss, which will give them ridiculous amounts of experience and should skyrocket them the rest of the way with no problem. I think that's all I had to really say. So expect Mass Effect, Fallout, like Mass Effect and Fallout for sure. I'm finishing those. Probably more Spyro within the next month or so. More ME3 multiplayer, because that's just shit that me, Connor, and Nathan do, and we just like sit down and play that, and there's no reason for me not to record that and upload it. And possibly some Borderlands 2. So, that being said, I'll see you guys next time. I was going to say see you guys later in combination with next time, so it was like next time in my head. So, just to make sure I didn't say that, see you guys next time.